it looks like... Oh god, Jacob was dumped like a load of... But I want to make clear, I'm not judging Jenny either. If it didn't feel right, then she had every right to get out of it. Okay, Jacob is in a very bad way. He's not taking out that violence on people, he's taking it out on dead animals, which I think is okay. It's pretty late, Jacob. What's up? What are you up to? We've got some sweet meat treats in the freezer, but it looks like Jacob is opting for... Is Jacob a vegan? I don't think so. He doesn't have that vibe. I don't think Jacob... I mean, then again, what do we know about Jacob? What do we actually know other than he's having a pretty hard year? Hi Internet, and welcome to Blunderland. This is a Rimworld Let's Play, and Rimworld is a simulator for heartbreak, madness, and forest fires. We've had some rough days, some depressing days, but we're getting safer and stronger, and we have a bangin' bungalow. I'm switching Ginny over to some construction work. I think this keeps her a nice safe distance from not the most stable member of our crew, so I think this is a better spot. She's hanging with Phillips, she's feeling free, she's doing her own thing, and and Rittenhouse is getting us some ham. I love to see how well Phillips is getting along with everybody. He's picked his sides between Ginny and Jacob, but he's been hanging out with Ginny, so he's hearing Ginny's side of the story, and in fairness, that side of the story involves Jacob trying to kill her, but he's taken sides, he's on Team Ginny. I think God's on Team Ginny? I'm not sure how to interpret the rain, but the point is, Phillips is a very good person. Okay, how's the drugs doing? They're growing. We're gonna have a stockpile of some hallucinogens by the end of the season. I trust these people to use them wisely, to toke responsibly on ambrosia. I don't know if y'all remember this. This is a deep Blunderland cut, but we sold a bunch of our components to get some silver for guns, which didn't really pan out, and because of irony, we could really use some components to make this generator for our bedrooms. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain on your canceled wedding day, and it's a free ride when you've already sold your components to Red Hot Chili Peppers enthusiasts. Hey! Oh. Okay, that's just cruel. It's like the game is listening, and they're just... This is an insult. Struggles rock? Not cool. Not cool, guys. Fortunately, we do have some compacted machinery right here, and I think that's gonna solve our problem, and we're gonna have light and heat and all those good things that you want to have in a bedroom. we're all getting along pretty well right now. I mean, other than one of us, we're mostly getting along pretty damn well. Oh, well, two of us, because gosh, would I love for this friendly wolf to chill with his friendly friends. Penny for your thoughts, Jacob. Penny, dollar. Fortune for your thoughts, Jacob. I'd love to know. Now this is interesting. I will grant you that our defenses are incomplete, and our Jacob is profoundly disturbed, but a 21-year-old mafia boss. How did she ascend those ranks? We've got a little Michelle Corleone, aged 21, and I think that's the energy we need. I think that's the vibe we've been missing. Lucas has kind of a familiar style. That's okay. Okay, so Lucas likes to do drugs. She's not a happy person. But then again, I mean, would a happy person have successfully... Okay. Just a solo. Just a solo. Zima, you chased this mob boss to the wrong neck of the woods, I think you did. We've mostly focused on this wall, and that's not great, because it's not where Zima's coming from, and we would rather... Well, she's getting hung up in the marshes. So that's it. Well, no, she's... Alright, Zima's smart. Zima's crafty. Phillips wants a piece of this. And it's done. One and done. My god. The defenses are working. I'll say this. Zima's got some guts. Charging in alone. I think Zima's got what it takes. Zima's got what it takes. Zima, not quite yet, but soon. Zima, that was a twofer, I feel like. That was kind of a Where's Lucas? Alright, the mob boss is making herself some improved duds. So what is she about? I mean, we're about to find out in much more concrete terms what she's about, but for the time being, what is she kind of about? Doesn't do violence. Doesn't do kind of a lot of things, but she loves to craft, hence doing some arts and crafts right now. And, you know, also worth noting, she's a mafia boss, and I'm very curious about this. I'm curious where this comes from. Lucas is an interesting person who does bear a resemblance to Violet, and we're not going to talk about it because it's not super important. Ginny, go ahead and sew up Riesling's cool new dorm mate. Speaking of dorm mates, my god. We need some beds. We need new beds. I mean, not just because of this whole situation, just in general. I feel like Jenny could use a new gal pal. I feel like this bed, I kind of feel like I asked for this one a minute ago, but you know, who's counting? The only problem I see going forward with Miss Kozima Zima Jones, which, I mean, top tier. Do I have good taste in not yet friends or what? But she is a teetotaler. Not fond of the Drogon, whereas we sort of have a spontaneous drug garden. So maybe with Zima, it's okay that she's not going to immediately want to hang. You know, it might be good that she spends some time in the bungalow while we have, you know, some non-Zima fun, if you will. I think Lucas brings like a fun new energy, and she has a specific interest in tailoring. I think I'm going to do a little bit of social engineering here, and I'm going to go ahead and say that Lucas is going to be Ginny's best friend. We haven't gotten her art yet, So hopefully her art isn't just like her cutting off Ginny's head and eating the brains inside. I don't think so, though. I think friendship. Jacob, meanwhile, Jacob also needs some friendship. And Phillips, you drew the short straw, my man. It's okay, though. You're gonna have a calming effect. I need you to have a calming effect, Phillips. Look at this party. It is a party in the bungalow. You've got berries hanging everywhere and they're making this raspberry juice mess. Oh my god, and now you've got Rittenhouse in the mix. Look at this party. Oh, everyone is just hanging. I love that. I love to see this. I don't even mind the recruitment failure because it's such a fun vibe. Berkey would be proud. I love that Lucas has a hobby, but before she gets to continue this hobby, she's gonna have to share what she's all about. And I'm hoping that we get maybe a little bit of insight into how does a pacifist, for example, how does a pacifist end up running a mafia? That's an interesting question, and maybe we're gonna get an answer or two. I also don't mind that we're missing a bed for Cameron, because this is where the medicine's gonna happen. That's Cameron's chief interest, other than going on nature walks. So I think it's cool that she's gonna live in our dirty hospital. Oh, okay. We've got a cold snap, which basically just means we're gonna be moving into the colder times earlier than we expected. I mean, everybody's got nice warm clothes, and if the cold snap doesn't last too long, then not all of the plants will die. You know, Randy, do your worst, Randy. We're ready for your very coldest of snaps. Looks like Jacob is up to a major break risk. Love to see that. He's doing so much better since the breakup. He's keeping it positive in a very Jacob sort of way. Now, did I have something to do with that? I mean, I technically had everything to do with that, so you're welcome, Jacob. I will take responsibility for your happiness. Okay, the oven is done. The art is piping hot, piping fresh. Let's see what Lucas is all about. Cuboid of Fellowship. This sculpture shows a priest eating a bell pepper. The smiling head of a father watches over all, and the folksy style of the central scene clashes with the complex and realistic depiction of the background. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a tad confused. There's no mafia element, and I know that in the past I've been reductive in my expectations. You know, I thought Sly was gonna want to cut throats. Turns out he wants to cut deals on city ordinances. Lucas sees a priest eating a bell pepper. Well, I mean, who is the most like a priest, right? I mean, that's the part I do get. But why does she see Ginny eating a bell pepper? I would say she wanted to cook a delicious bell pepper meal for Ginny. Cannot. Not one of the, she doesn't do the cook. So it's a web of contradictions. You got the background clashing, you've got the bell pepper, enigmatic. A very enigmatic 21-year-old mafia boss. I think for the first time, I'm gonna have to admit, I don't know. And this, I don't have the excuse I had with the very, well, he's an extreme break risk again, with the very upset Jacob. I mean, with him, he wouldn't do it. So, that was a different scenario. With Lucas, I'm just not gonna pretend to have answers I don't have. She wants Ginny to eat a bell pepper. Does she have any relationships with, well, I mean, she Oof, does not love Zima, which is fair. I mean, how did that start? Started pretty rough. Oh, God. It is very cold. It is very cold in the bungalow. Oops. Randy, you almost got me. You very, very nearly got me, Randy. I do have a little bit of a worry right now about maybe sort of the extreme intimacy of Ginny and Phillips. Have the love parallel lines intersected?